Hey guys, it's Drac, aka the Jolly Noggle here, and we have another pre-release pack of Dominaria to open up, and we're gonna see how good our pulls are. Hopefully they're as good as the last one in terms of value, but I'm kind of hoping for a little bit more synergy out of this one. Maybe some duplicates of cards that we need, the better commons and uncommons. White has been awesome. It's been a while since I've had fun playing a white deck, and the white in Dominaria is great. So I'll probably end up with white. At least that's kind of what the odds are telling me. But I'm hoping we get some good stuff. Maybe a Planeswalker or two if we're real lucky. If we can get a Karn in our little pack, I'd be so happy. Anyway, we'll pop this open, make a little deck, and I'll show you guys the deck tech afterwards. Alright, thanks, bye. Alright, let's crack this open. I've got a ton of product for this coming in the next couple weeks. I've got to save some of it for various events with friends and such, but I will be opening as much of it as possible on this channel. And I'm real excited. This set is one of my favorite sets that I've seen in a really long time. Alright, let's see what we got here. Grand Warlord Ratha. I think that's an uncommon. No, it's a rare. Alright, so that's a rare. And Banalish Marshall. I didn't know that was a legendary. Oh no, it's just a... Oh, that's a rare. Okay. So we got two rares, technically. We'll crack this open real quick. Okay, yeah. So he's the Anthem on a Stick. The 3 white. Like I said, white, real strong. I don't know if we'll be able to go mono white, but cool. And then Grand Warlord Rada. Sweet, yeah. This is a really good card. I'm glad we got two rares. That's pretty sweet. I don't know if we'll be able to run either one of these, but fingers crossed. Put them up there. Got our little info sheet. Really like this thing. We already looked at that in the last video. Divider. 6 packs. And our dice. Green this time. Let's roll 7 again. Wow. Well, 7 was real good luck for us last time. We got Lyra, Mox Amber, Muldrotha. So, here's hoping we get as good a pulls as that one. Skirt Prospector. That's going to be one of those modern cards that people are talking about. So there's a lot of cards that are seeing play in other formats, which is kind of a sign of a strong set. And I'm glad that we're finally kind of getting there. It's been a while since Standard has had a substantial impact of any kind on other formats. Oop, foil. And it's good to see that it's doing something. Power Stone. I don't know if we will get enough Power Stones to ever run them. You need a couple of them to make it worth it, because it costs 3 and it only produces 1. Ooh, Howling Golem. That's a sweet card. It only produces 1 mana. Oh, Josu Vess. This guy is crazy. Wow. 4/5 for 4 is already great with Menace, and then if you get him late game, pay another 6, so 10 total. You get just a ton. 8/2/2 black zombies with Menace. Crazy. Ooh, Shield of the Realm. Man, some of these the cards with like the stained glass in them just look so good foil. Shield of the Realm is not bad. That might be played. Rona, Disciple of Gix. She's so cool looking. I want to get her in foil. Exile, store a card from the graveyard. That's not bad. If we can get a deck with enough historic spells, she might be worth splashing or adding to a deck. Let's add. So we've got a 2 multicolored. They'll just be off to the side a little bit with the artifacts. You'll get a view of that a little bit later. Banalish Marshall up there in the white. So far, man, white-black again looks great. Although our blue looks pretty good. Invoke the Divine. Ooh, Opt. Alright, I'm a huge fan of Opt. I don't mind that they put it into consecutive sets. Corrosive Ooze, Dredge Sentinel, Broken Bond, Academy, Journey Mage is great. Keldon Overseer. You do need a lot of wizards to make it work. Baloth Gorger. Green's looking pretty good. Sentinel, the Pearl Trident. Memorial to Genius. It's a good little helpful land. Orcish Vandal. I don't know if we're ever going to have enough artifacts to make that guy work, but ooh, foil Lawnmower Elves. So this means that our rare is, I think it means it's a mythic, maybe not. Our rare is a legendary, and it's our guaranteed legendary. Not a mythic. Kazarov, Sanger, Pureblood. He's kind of expensive. 7 mana is a lot for a 4/4 with flying. He can grow pretty quick, but yeah, in this format, it's too fast, I think, for him to be super playable. So I mean, it's making a stronger likelihood that we're playing black, but we'll see. Divest. All right. Guardians of Koilos. So Guardians of Koilos, I think, is a good combo with Josu because you can play Josu on turn 4, or I guess 3 if we have like a Lawnmower Elves. We do like black-green, and then you can bounce him back to your hand later when you have enough mana to Curator's Ward to play his kicker. Helm of the Host. Actually, in this lighting, it looks like a mythic, but it's not. I just got this card in the last one. I really like it. I don't know that it's good enough. It's super powerful, but it's so expensive. Pay 4, equip 5, duplicate your legendaries. Ooh, Tetsuko. Wow. Okay. Tetsuko's great. Our blue is looking real strong. Our black is looking real strong. So we might be doing blue-black, which means we get to play Rona. We'll see. We still got 3 more packs, though. Our white is actually super weak right now. We've only got four cards in our white pool. If we do blue-black, we might even be able to do a red-green to do a Grand Warlord Rotha, which would be really cool. We can maybe... I've occasionally been able to make 2 completely different decks with my pool, depending on... Ooh, okay. Depending on the colors. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Fungal Infestation's a pretty decent black card if we can get enough of them. And if we're in kind of the fungal token deck. Which actually... Ooh, Cast Down is a very, very good uncommon. Our black is looking very good still. Gaia's Blessing. This is actually pretty good. Man, so now I'm kind of struggling with where to put everything. Ooh, Wrath. Alright. So we got the Antiquities War, which is a great card, except it's artifact based, and there's just not a lot of artifacts to be worth it. Wrath is very good. Blue-white, this is probably not going to happen, but he might be worth splashing somehow. If I can find some kind of fixing for him, he might be worth putting in the black-blue if I go that direction. I'm definitely playing blue, though, so whatever blue I end up with. Alright, Arcane Flight, Warlord's Fury, Knight of New Benalia, Befuddle's great, Cabal Paladin is good, Gaia's Protector, another fungal infection, Rescue, another way to get, Rescue's another way to get Josu back and pay his kicker cost later. Yalvamaya Shepherd, so that's the second one we got, or Sapherd rather. Skizik, our red's looking decent. Ooh, Song of Freyalise. Alright, so our green's looking real good. Oh, and we got Multani. Alright. Phoenix. And then, yeah, we got Multani. Oh, gosh, that makes me really want to play green. Okay, so this is going to be kind of a struggle because I gotta see how the cards are going to synergize. But green on its own right now is looking real good. I have 1 Lawnmower Elves. I wish I had more, but I have at least 1 Lawnmower Elves. I've got a bunch of ways of kind of ramping in green. I don't know if I want to use that for the red or for the black. But my blue is super good too. Valid Omnivore. My green-black is actually looking pretty decent. Jousting Lance. Sapling Migration. Yeah, I mean, blink of an eye. Our blue is super strong, but our black is also very good. Aven Sentry. Alright, white's kind of out. Fight with Fire is great. Valid Soothsayer is actually very good. Card draw. Rite of Belzenlock. So this kind of pushes me into green-black tokens, which is sad because I have all this blue. Maybe I'll put it. Maybe they'll do like a blue-red. And then Grun, yeah. Another real sweet kicker green card. So we'll see how it goes. I'll try to build some decks and see what combinations. I'm definitely not playing white though. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll get back with the deck. Okay guys, so what we have here is a green-black Aristocrats kind of deck. It's a deck that I kind of wanted to make. I really like the sapling mechanics. There's a lot of kicker stuff, so there's a lot of ramp in here too, which will help with a lot of my more powerful cards. So our 1-drops, we got a couple removal / token producers with fungal infection. We've got some like trick spells, divest to kind of early game pull out one of the better creatures maybe. Loner Elves for ramp, Adventurous Impulse for ramp. Cast Down for removal, Sapling Migration, which will be great for tokens. Song of Pre Release will turn those tokens into mana producers to make some of our bigger spells very early, which will be great. We've got Gaia's Blessing, which will return a bunch of our cards from our graveyard that we sacrifice. Let's start over. Alright guys, so I have a deck for you that I just built out of my limited pool. My blue was really good, but green-black just went together so seamlessly. So for our 1-drops, we got a couple fungal infections, which will take care of some early game creatures and maybe do some trading. And then you get a 1/1 out of it for sacrificing and other things. Blessing of Belzenok is a little bit of a trick spell. Divest to kind of remove some of their better creatures from their early hand before they can cast them. Loner Elves for ramp. Adventurous Impulse for ramp. And then we got our 2-drops, Cast Down for removal, Sapling Migration for token producers, Song of Pre Release, which will turn our tokens into mana producers to make some of our bigger spells easier to cast. Gaia's Blessing to return the cards that we sacrifice and use to kind of ramp into the early game, or from the early game. We'll bring them back and shuffle them back through our hand, or our deck rather. Broken Bond to kind of deal with sagas and other things like that, and then it gets us another land, so it's ramp as well. Untamed Kavu is an early creature that can be a bigger creature. Ancient Animus is kind of a removal spell. If we play it on some of our legendaries, it'll fight, or get a counter and fight, so it's still a removal spell either way. For our 3-drops, we got Grow from the Ashes, another ramp spell, 2 Yavimaya Sapherd, which produce more creatures, and if they die or we sacrifice them, we can bring them back with Gaia's Blessing or another card that I'll show you in a second here. Death Bloom Thallid, which is like a reverse Sapherd. When it dies, it produces a token. Soul Salvage will get creatures back from our graveyard. Rite of Belzenlock, that will, what does that do? Oh yeah, it creates cleric tokens we can sacrifice, and then we get a demon creature with flying and trample, and then we have to sacrifice a creature every turn, which we should have plenty of. Valid Soothsayer will draw us a card if we sacrifice a creature, which we'll have tons of. Valid Omnivore also is one of our sack outlets. We sacrifice to it, it gets bigger. If it's a sapling, it gives us life. Josu, early game threat that's awesome, but late game produces enough tokens to kill the enemy. And then we got 2 Baloth Gorgers, which is great. 4-drop early on, or an 8-drop later, which makes it a 7/7, practically unbeatable for most cases. We've got a Grun, who I just love. He's a 5/5 that doubles himself when he attacks, or he becomes a 10/10 for 3 more, so 4 9 mana, you get a 10/10 that becomes a 20/20. He's just awesome for the late game. And Multani, who's practically unbeatable as well on her own. Or her own, whatever. Their own. Reach trample when it gets 1/1 for each land you control and each land in your graveyard. You can return 2 lands you control to your hand to bring it back from your graveyard, so it's recurring. I could even use it to sacrifice for something else. Anyway, I really like this deck. I think it's super synergistic. I think it's got a lot of power to it, and I'm really excited to test it out. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you with another box here pretty soon.